So we've got this peace deal that's trying to get done between Ukraine, and we thought it was going to be the U.S., but Trump royally screwed that up. And now the European Union is currently in talks with Ukraine, Zelensky, the leader of Ukraine, to get a peace deal done between Ukraine and Russia, to get the war, to finally stop the war, hopefully, between Russia and Ukraine. That's been going on for multiple years now. But here's the elephant in the room that hasn't really been talked about much, and that's Russia. I mean, we know they started the war. They're the big bad wolf in this whole scenario, but I don't think people really truly understand that they don't have a lot of leverage, Russia. They're not going to say it, but they want an end of this war just as much as Ukraine does, because they've lost a lot of manpower. Have you heard about that? I don't know if you know that. First off, they barely won the war. If this was a sporting event and this was a game between Russia and Ukraine, Russia barely won the game by like 2 points. That's that's the analogy I would use. You thought they would win by 30, but they won by 2 points. So Russia doesn't have a lot of leverage. They've lost thousands of soldiers. They've lost a lot of money during this war. They haven't gained much. They might gain property, the country. It depends on how it all plays out. But considering most of Ukraine is blown to pieces, it's just not much left there. I don't know if that would even be considered a victory for Russia. Controlling the land, maybe, but who knows what's going to happen between NATO and the peace deal and in the European Union that's now in play with Ukraine and Zelensky. But Russia is at a point where they're looked at as a threat, now military threat moving forward beyond Ukraine. That's been talked about as well. But European Union has talked about trying to stop Russia from doing even more damage beyond Ukraine. But look, that's not really going to happen. Again, they don't have a lot of manpower. They've lost thousands of soldiers. There's people that that are leaving Russia, so they don't even get drafted into the current war with Ukraine. So the only thing that Russia leverage they might have is if there's going to be a nuclear war and third World War III, so to speak. But we all know that if that happens, the whole planet is going to blow up because everybody's got nuclear weapons. So that's really off the table. But Russia is at a point where they're going to go along with whatever peace deal is going to get made. If it's Trump, if it's the European Union, Russia will sign on it just as quickly as Ukraine will.